What's going on, everybody? GG80 here again with you, and I think tonight we're going to paint a car. So I've been wanting to paint this Toyota GR86. I'm going to be racing it heavily this season coming up, so I want to have it look good. We all know that a car that looks good goes faster, so that's what we're going to do tonight. And I've already got the template here pulled up from iRacing. And we'll work through it. It's a pretty simple design that I'm going to do. I don't really need a reference, but just to give you an idea, I suppose, about what it's going to look like. Let's see, we could pull something over and we'll do the Toyota. It's like a Toyota factory paint job from the 70s and 80s. Give you an idea. It's this kind of stripe design. They did it in several iterations. This is probably the closest to what I'm gonna do. They go red, orange, yellow, and I'm gonna go red, black, gray just to fit my scheme. But aside from that, I mean, it's several iterations of it over the years that they've done, and it's going to be something similar to that, probably more in this format. It's going to look very similar to what NASCAR used when they unveiled the Toyota coming to the Cup Series. So let's see if we can find a little example of that. I mean, you can see they've used it over the years. Basically, three stripes, three same colors, and we'll look and see if we can find the NASCAR win. Although I'm not doing a NASCAR. Let's see, Toyota Retro NASCAR. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find. There it is. That's the one they put out with the fat red and the black, and a stripe and a stripe. That's very similar to what I'm going to do to this car, even though it's a different style of car and racing altogether. So yeah, we'll just get on with it. So I've got GIMP up with the template. There's a couple of things I'm going to do here. I'm going to get rid of the custom spec map just because I'm not doing finishes. It's just going to be the gloss, so I'll delete that out. And then on the it's on the car decal. I'm going to get rid of these. Thought that expanded. I can get rid of car patterns. Don't need those. These are a series of patterns that iRacing includes so that you could, put a standard on it. And they do super high contrast colors so that you can copy, paste, or I'm sorry, not copy and paste, but you can magic wand it, change the color, or you can, alpha a color out to replace those colors. But they're super high contrast. They look but ugly, but it makes it easy to pick out the blue from the green from the red. So get rid of those. Don't need those at all. Delete that layer. Pit box. I don't know where the pit box block is on here. Maybe if I turn off decal. Don't see it. Turn off that. Pit box, yeah. There it is in the right corner. So whatever color that little swatch is there is the color that your pit box will be. We can turn that off for now. In the car decal, I want to first of all get rid of all of these crazy sponsors. I'm not going to run them. A couple things I will leave. I'll leave the Gazoo stuff because that's kind of cool on the fin and on the Sunstrip. That's actually the series that it is. And I'm gonna turn off our sponsor blocks. That, yep. Oh no, we can leave that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the erase tool, and I'm going to pull out these sponsors that I'm not going to have included in my paint job. So the Mobile can go, Continental can go, Continental can go. We'll leave the Gazoo. That's where the number goes. I'm going to pull out the OMP gear wrench, all this stuff. Got to make sure you get it really good. Stratasys on the front, don't need that. JBL on the mirrors, I don't need that. So do it on the other side of the car. Yeah, there you go. Just to make it clean. I don't like to have a crap ton of sponsors on it. This is basically going to look like a Toyota factory car, so I don't need any of the other sponsorship. Yeah, and I've got a pretty cool little setup here. I'm going to flip over really quick so you guys can see the reference on the 3D model as I paint. So every time that I export the file out to the iRacing folder, it'll update what's in the file so far. So that'll be kind of cool. It's like I got all the sponsorship stuff gone except for the Gazoo. We'll leave that. I don't know where that GR is at. That's weird. Where's it at on the car? I don't see it anywhere. It's not on the ends. Maybe I'll see it later. Okay, so if I export this out, then it should update the model. There you go. All the sponsorship's gone off the car except for the series. So that'll be cool. All right, so we're shooting for a white car with red, black, and gray on it. Since there's white components to the car in the design itself, I'm going to leave the car blue for now. That way I can tell where the white stuff is and where it's not. And it'll look kind of weird at first, but then when we turn the blue to white, it'll all blend in and it'll look great. So, yeah, let's go in here, and that's the paintable area. Car decal. We can leave that on for now. Pit box is off. That's fine. Turn it on. No big deal. And then the base paint, like I said, we're going to leave it blue. So the first thing I want to do is I want to turn on the wireframe for the car. This kind of gives you the contours of the car. And I want my stripes on the hood to kind of follow this trim piece that's on the hood. I want it to come back like in a good line to the, lined up. So I'll start out with, I'll add a layer here, and we'll call it hood stripe. If I could type, that would help. All right, we'll call it hood stripe 1. And what I'll do is I'll split that up to make multiple hood stripes. So we will use the rectangle select tool. I should be able to edit this after the fact. Where is it? Oh my God, it's been a minute. Well, let me edit the selection. I don't think so. Okay. Let's do select none. We'll just do it with the path tool. I'm going to come from this area here to this area here to this area. We'll just do it up here and back. Okay, and then it's time to get it lined up. So I'm on the corner where I want to be, and I think I want to drag it to this point, maybe halfway. That looks like. Yeah, that looks good. So then if I come down here and also drag it to halfway, that looks. All right, go into edit. And I'm going to should be able to make that a yeah. I was gonna have to move. Move. Not gonna work for what I'm trying to do here. I'm wanting to follow that contour. See if it'll let me move it now. Yes. Dead center of the car. Dead center of the car. Why am I off? On the corner. On the corner. There you go. That went way out. I'm just trying to match the contour of where the plastic is at. Something makes me feel like I'm off here though. That didn't pop. Between the bar and the side and between the bar and the, oh, it is a little funky here, but it'll be okay. Then I'm going to move this to get it just off of the plastic. Oh, we lost it. Okay. No bueno. Try this again. The path tool. Take it from, let's say, here. So over here, we go to design mode over here. Come to there. Go to here. Here. Go into edit mode. Go dead center. Already starts to put it on a rate. Oh, nope. I do need it up to here. Follow the plastic. It'll work. And then we'll pull this to the green line. And done this before, but it's been a minute. So I have to remember how it was that I did it. That looks good. Actually, think what happens if we take this all the way to there? Still looks good. Okay, that's there. If I do selection from path, then can I move the selection? Oh, I'm trying to remember how I did it. Right. Wow. All right, we'll do it a different way then. We'll go on ahead and stroke this as black. So we'll bucket fill. There you go. And then I'll move the layer. It'll work just the same. Okay, awesome. So now what I want to do is I want to copy this over 2 times. Dupe it twice. Call it hood stripe 2 and hood stripe 3. Ah. It's a touch complicated, but it's not that bad once you wrap your head around how to do it. Let's get some tunes going. Some tunes going in the background too. Let's see, we'll start with that works. We'll go with that. All right, so now I have what I want here. Then I'm going to make a selection. I'm still on, we'll make hood stripe 1 the first stripe. So I'm going to do a selection. We'll line it up at this line. That's fine. Make it big enough to encompass all of this stuff. We're pretty dead on the line. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase everything but the front so that that's all that's on the layer. Okay, if I turn off hood stripe 2 and 3, when I erase it, we'll see it go bye-bye. All right. Okay, so everything else is gone. Okay, take my selection. All right, I just pulled it in 10 pixels. I'm going to turn off hood stripe 1, turn on hood stripe 2. I'm going to erase everything. Actually, what I want to do is take this selection and invert it. There you go. Now I can erase everything outside the selection. Oh, got to be on the correct layer. So what I've done, if I turn on hood stripe 1 and hood stripe 2, we have a blank line in the middle. 10 pixels wide. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to take the selection again up to the next line. Helps if you pick the right tool. Oh, lost it. It's all right. We can get it back. We're going to take it to maybe, nope, we're going to take it to this hood line right here. Just like we did the last one. Just like that. All right. Take the selection. Matter of fact, let's do it this way. Even better. Erase. We're still in hood stripe 2. So we're getting rid of this part. Right? Done. Then we're going to do the same thing. Going to grab this end. You almost have to think in terms of negative space when you're doing this. One, two, three, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn on hood stripe 3. Turn off hood stripe 2. Hood stripe 1. And erase. I've got to be on the right layer. Ah. I hope I didn't just mess up one of my other layers. Okay, turn back on hood stripe 2, hood stripe 3. Now we've got 3 hood stripes. They're all black, but that's easy enough to fix. Yeah? Okay. Turn turn off the wireframe because we don't need that for the moment. If we export it, we have our 3 stripes on the car. Don't like how that looks, how the front's super skinny. So I'm going to grab all 3 layers together and move them. That didn't grab 3 for some reason. Or did it? Alright, so I just moved all 3 of them back. Yeah, that's better. That's way better. Now we've got a more even, like here to there to there. Perfect. Love it. Roll with that. We'll unlock those so that they can act independently again. Now I'm going to want red for the stripe up near the hood. And what I'll do is I'll do alpha to selection. So it's just selecting. Oh, we missed something. Yeah, there's a hump there. I didn't erase it good. All right. Go back, grab the selection, grab it, drag it to the other side, use the erase tool. There you go. Clean that up. Go back over here. When I do the alpha to selection, it should just get, there you go, the solid parts. Perfect. And we'll bucket fill that to red. Awesome. We will take hood stripe 2, alpha selection, looks clean. We'll bucket fill that to gray. No, I'm wrong. That one goes black. Then we'll alpha number 1. Alpha, there you go. And this is the one that I want gray. All right. Export that out. Looks great on the car. Great. All right. Now I just have to get the stripes down the side of the car. And I'm going to try and make it easy on myself by not crossing over any ridiculous panels. We'll see if I'm able to do it. I'd also like to get the door handle encapsulated in the front stripe. So that way I don't have to make the door handle 2 different colors and line it up. Go back to my wireframe. So what I'm shooting for is this area where the rear window meets, where it meets the rear window instead of going into the roof, and go in front of the door handle. Take my path tool again. Path. Go from about here to about here. Get well in front of that door handle like that. Actually, I'd like to be a little further. Let's see, what can I get away with here? Go a little further. There you go. All right. Stroke the path. I'll go with the 10 pixel because I used the 10 pixel gap on the front. Solid color. Flip those 2. Stroke. Why didn't it give me a line? Stroke path, 10. Solid color, boom. Line style should not matter. Don't want to do it with a paintbrush. Not giving me the line. Have to do it with a paintbrush. Should give me a solid color 10 pixel line. Theoretically, I should be on a new layer anyway, but aggravating. Let's stroke it with a paintbrush and see what it does. Nothing still. All right. Let's do it as I should. This stripe I really don't need to keep because it's going to wind up being white anyway. Actually, I do need to keep it. Do a new layer. Pretty aggravating though that I cannot get this to stroke like it should. That doesn't work. Fill path? It's not okay. Maybe that's it. Nope. Everything is set to where it should be. Oh, there it goes. Ha! Got it. See how it looks on the car. I can be okay with that. Probably could stand to go back just a hair. It's still getting the door handle, which is nice. Cool. Clears the door handle. So the door handle will be all one color. Awesome. All right, so that's where I want my front stripe. I want my rear stripe to be in, we'll duplicate this layer, and then we'll move the duplicate. It's going to be a bit of eyeball work here. I want it somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, so now what I got to do is split the difference. Duplicate it again and do a move on the new duplicate. That's pretty close. I mean, I could sit here and count pixels, but I don't think it's worth all that. That looks about right. I'm okay with that. And I'm within the window up here. And I'm within the window down here. Actually, I could probably back up just a hair on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means I want to take this one about like that. Yeah, that looks good. Then what I need to do is I need to come into layer 1 and erase where it's crossing over the door handle. We don't want that. Take my hardness up so I'm not getting the, take it all the way up. There you go. Well, I'm not getting the featherings. A lot of times you want that. This is not one of the times where you want it. All right, and then I can go to stripe, copy, and get rid of. Oh, that's copy 1. It's not going to matter because I'm going to merge them all down anyway. And I can go to copy and get rid of the stripe. There. Let's turn the, yeah, we got everything. Cool. Looks a little weird on the template, but that's why it's so nice to have the model so you can see exactly what it looks like. All right. Now I need to flip these. Let's Control E. There you go. Need to get these colors flipped to the other side of the car, or these stripes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stripes and I'm going to merge it down so they're all in one layer. There you go. And then I'll duplicate that. Then we'll do a mirror on it so it flips the other direction. That it? That's flip tool. Yep. And I want to flip vertical. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Then we can move this. See where we cross. We cross almost dead center of this little piece, which would be over here. So I'm thinking, is that right? Yep. Should be about right there. I'm good with that. It's just missing the hood there. It may be a hair. That's better. I'd call that even enough. What do you figure? All right, y'all. Well, that's the tough part. Now we just got to fill in color blocks. So I'm going to take all these layers and do layered image size so they're not hanging out crazy. Yeah, that one's good. All right. All right. Now I just got to start filling in body panels with color. Add some logos. Flip the puppy to white. Should be good. All right. I'm going to use the path tool again. And all I have to do is make sure that I'm within these lines. Turn on the wire again. Let me know where I can go without showing up on the body. All right, we'll do a selection from path. We'll do a new layer. We want these to be under the side stripes. We'll create a new layer here, and I'll call this one right gray. I cannot type to save my life. Right gray, okay. Go to that layer, bucket fill, my gray. All of my buttons have moved and I cannot find anything to save my life. Bucket fill, gray. Alright. Then we will new layer, call it left gray. Path tool. Selection from path. Bucket fill, the selection. Alright, we have our grays. Turn off the wireframe. And we got gray filled in. That's why I left the stripes, because the stripes provide the definition without me having to have my gray fill area be perfect. That's cool. All right, got to get those door handles gray as well. The door handles sit in this area, and this is the outside of the door handle, and that's the inside of the door handle. So I'll just do an easy path, and I'll include it on the layer that is for each side. Selection from path and bucket fill. That. Now, just have a gray door handle. Turn the wire off. There you go. That's why I didn't want to cross over the door handle. I'd have to try and match up a line and be a pain in the butt. We'll go get the other door handle. Go to left gray, turn the wire back on. Path. All right, selection from path, bucket fill, go. Turn off the wireframe, and that's good. All right, we'll make a layer called, I didn't want to duplicate, delete that. New layer, call it left black. I really don't. I can merge these down. I don't need left and right, to be honest with you. So I'll take that, merge down, and we'll just call it gray. We'll just call this one black. Our frame. Right. Selection. Path tool. Down the same line. There. 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 Gotta cut around that just to make sure. Sorry, excuse me, guys. Bucket fill. Bucket fill bit. Ah, cancel. All right, bucket fill. Sure, we're on black. Okay. That's weird. Never seen it do that. Why is it not bucket fill in my selection? So odd. I click on something. Oh, fill hole selection. Maybe I did. There you go. And my black is behind the stripes, so turn off the wireframe and Control E. All right, I've messed something up. I think I put the black on the wire um, layer. Okay, go to the black layer. Now bucket fill. There you go. Turn off the wire. We got a black. All right. Another path. The wireframe helps a lot, but I hate rendering to the model with the wireframe on because you really can't tell what's going on sometimes. Selection for path, bucket fill. Okay, I have messed something up. Better. Fat finger in some of these buttons over here, y'all. All right, more time. Bucket fill it. There you go. Turn off the wire, Control E. All right, got those two stripes. These stripes will be white once we fill in the body color, so that's cool. All right, time to get down with some red. I need to cover this whole butt end of this car with red. And it's in several different places, but we'll get there. All right. Well, we can start with just the rear end of the car that we're familiar with. So, path tool, we'll do select, none. Go from here to here. And we just gotta trace and outline everything. All right, we're gonna create a new layer called red. Okay, we're on that layer. Selection from path. We'll bucket fill it with our red color. All right. This side. Same thing. Here to here. Selection from path, bucket fill, red. Turn off the wireframe. All right, so at least have that quarter done. The rear bumper is all up in this area. So path. this point, it's just tracing it out. Making sure you don't cross over into any area that's going to make something else a weird color that you have to hunt down later. Like crossing over into this plastic trim on the back side of the bumper. That's why the wireframe's so helpful. Gives you some margin for error. When you use that selection to path tool, it's going to close from the first point to the last point. That's why I try and get pretty close like that. And when I do selection from path, it closes it for you. Bucket fill that. Turn off the wireframe. That get the entire back end. Not. Still have the trunk deck and the back part. Which should be this right here. Yeah. That part of the stamp. Yeah. So this black part that's a part of the stamp won't get affected if I cover it over with red. So the part that I was just flipping on and off, that's actually a stamp that gets applied by iRacing when you load into the sim, no matter what. So even if you paint over it, you're still going to get it. And when I fill this, it should still be there actually, the black part. Selection from path, bucket fill. Yeah, see how it's still there? It's a stamp, you can't get rid of it. But you don't need to in this case. There's some things you wish you could get rid of that you can't, but this is not one of them. That must be part of the stamp too. Yep. All right. And all right, we successfully have a black butt end of the car. That's it for base paint. Now it's just adding logos and stuff in. All right, so if we take our base and flood fill it with our white, let's do a select all. There you go. There you go. That's kind of the retro Toyota style with the GG80 color scheme. We'll add some logo work in. I'm gonna put Toyota here. No, I'll probably put Toyota behind the number with a block out behind it. Put TRD below the car number. That'll look cool. We're gonna throw a Toyota race in here. Put a Toyota logo on the top and a Toyota logo on the hood. I'll probably call it done. So let's see if we can get that stuff accomplished. Found some of the logos. I'll pull in. Let's see. Yeah. Here's the full on Toyota. And I kind of like it already being red and black like that. So we're just going to drag this in as is. there. Should do it as a floating layer, and it did not. Nope, that didn't work either. Cancel. That's discard changes on that. Let's try a copy, edit, copy, and we'll just paste it in as a floating layer. Edit. Do a paste. Yeah, it says a floating layer. We will say, there you go. Even the red's pretty close. Wrong layer. Nope, still the wrong layer. Why is it only wanting to move? Won't let me move the Toyota layer. Maybe I have to click in it. There you go. Nope, still. Crapola. Let's turn that layer off, see what happens. Oh, well, let me move it now. I'm gonna bring this above the red just to see how far. It's a I guess I have to be on. Yeah, that's what it is. The red doesn't really match, so I can fix that. I kind of like this darker shade of red. So I will rotate this puppy first. Come on, Greg, find it. There you go. Just do a -90. Rotate. Turn on the wireframe. Give me an idea where center is. All right. Now we can scale it. Oh, that's helpful. Scale gives me the absolute dead center of the. Nice. See how that looks. That's cool. I dig it. If I take this pasted layer, I should be able to get the alpha for it. Can. And then use a paintbrush tool because I don't want to bucket fill it. And I'll do the hardness at 100. How big is it? That's fine. Get my red and cover it in this Toyota logo with the darker red. Just so it matches. All right. Thank you, babe. And then it ties it in a little better to me when everything's the same shade of color. Like I could take, and I think I will take car decal, see if I can grab the alpha of that. Yeah, I'll paint these boxes just that darker shade of red that's behind the car number. I could change the gazoo, but that's so small and feathered out that it might be tough to get it without it starting to get muddy. There you go. It's a small change, but you can see it if I update. They just slightly darkened. All right. We'll go back to here. What I'm going to do is, how do I want to do this? You know what? No. Piss on that. I'll come back in here. I'll edit, paste the layer. Should give me another Toyota, which is great. And then I will move it down. It's a little bit big. I'll create a layer for it. That's fine. We want it to be on top of all this stuff. Like that. Grab the alpha. And I'll use my eraser tool to get rid of the actual logo part. That. Turn the stamp off so it's make it a little easier. Actually, I didn't even need it selected. That's fine. The way to always check and see if you got it all. So now take this layer, do alpha to selection. See how it's there? So I can do select all. Now I can really get it. I probably should have done it this way from the beginning. And I can make it bigger, make the job a little easier. All right, and then I want to put this layer above the side stripe so I don't get the lines through it. Turn all this stuff back on so that we can see what's going on. So what I'm thinking is to have the Toyota about the same height as the number block. So let's alpha to selection. Yeah, and then we'll do uh, image to crop to content. That did not work the way I wanted it to. It's still got something up here it doesn't like. It should crop all the way down to the Toyota letters. Edit. Image. Let's do a crop to content. Okay, let's do image. Crop to selection. Something tells me that's not great, y'all. All right. Now quit screwing with it. How about that? Ooh. What just happened, y'all? All right, that's no bueno. I've done something that this did not like. The power of undo. All right. Uh-oh. All right, guys. Apparently, I'm needed in the living room. I will be right back in just 1 minute. All right, and we're back. Mini crisis. No big deal. All right. Let's get on this layer again. Not that layer, that layer. Get rid of this Toyota logo. All right. Turn all this other stuff back on so we'll be able to see how it looks. All right. All right, we got it back. We want it above the stripe layer. And then I'm going to scale it. Get it approximately the size I would like. Still haven't decided if I want it to go under the number. I think it'll look better next to the number. So we can scale. I think it would look nice if it was about the same size as the number. Get it. It's about right for my money. I'll move it. About like that. Then I'm gonna grab the alpha of it. And I'm gonna take the selection and grow it by maybe 3. That'll work. Create a new layer. Doesn't really matter what it's called at the moment. I'm gonna drag it under that Toyota. Then I'll bucket fill it in white. Not red. Let's try that again. There you go. Gave me a red. All right. That way we can read the Toyota through the stripes. I like it. I dig it. All right. So I'm going to take these 2 layers. I'm going to merge them down because they're going to live together anyway. And I'll call this one right Toyota. I'll also take this one. Yeah, and we'll call this one Roof Toyota. All right. Take the right Toyota, duplicate it. Call it left Toyota. And I can't flip this, it has to rotate. So we got the left Toyota, we will rotate it. (180°). Perfect. Move tool. Click and what I'll do is I'll do a shift left twice so I can line it up. And then a shift right twice. Oh, didn't quite work as planned, but it'll be all right. The beauty with something like this is you don't see the left side and the right side at the same time. So if it's a touch off, who cares? I mean, I care, but I just want it to look good. Nice. Liking it. Maybe a hair more back. Boom. All right. Coming right along. I'm going to throw a Toyota here just over the emblem. Same drill. Anchor it. Where did it go? Oh, it went on that layer. Did it? Let's see. Oh yeah, bad juju. Get rid of that. New layer. Right. Paste it. Anchor it. Move it. Cool. We'll rotate. Undo. Scale it down. Turn on the wireframe so that we can This stinks. Now I can't see. All right, we'll turn that off. Aha. Just to make sure I get it centered up on center of the hood. Happy with that. Turn our wire off, base paint back on. Yeah, perfect. Could actually stand to go down. Oh, couple pixels. Good. And I'm centered. Yep, looks good to me. All right, I should have a TRD logo somewhere. Oh, there you go. These are all the different TRDs. I think I'm going to use this one here. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to use this one. So I'll just take the eraser tool, get rid of the part that I don't want. All right, now if I alpha this, yep, perfect. And then we will edit copy back to ours. Edit, paste. Do it as a new layer. We'll call this right ERD. Scale it. There you go. That. See if I can one select this red. Up my threshold maybe a little better. I'll take that. Bucket fill. Yeah, just to match my red. Probably would be better served. Yep. Let's try this. Doing it while it's huge. Maybe not. Okay. We'll just go right ahead. Yep, I can go with that. Turn the wireframe off. Oh, wait, I need to turn that on. There you go. Cool. Just a few more little things, and I think we'll be good to go. I mean, it's a simple paint job, but I like it. All right, so I can duplicate this. All right, and rotate it. All right. All right. Yup. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna fool with it too much more. I am gonna add one thing to the back, and that is the old school American Toyota racing logo. I'm gonna put it right here in the license plate area. So I think I have that one as well. There you go. Except this is a straight raster, so I can't even pull the alpha of it. Yeah, gonna have to be all wand copy. It looks pretty clean though. Threshold's not helping me here. Hopefully it's big enough that when I scale it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this out. Select invert. So basically, since I had the red selected, it's just selected all the white. Let's see if we can, not letting me erase. Hmm. All right. Let's undo. Just try this then. Paint, white. Also a magic wand piece. Paintbrush. Yep, painting it all white. So I am losing a little bit of feathering, but that's totally fine. And I'm gonna right click, edit, copy. See if we can paste that in our deal. Edit and paste. Yeah, okay. And we didn't get any of the red, which is cool. Create a new layer. All it. Still looks good, I think. Rotate this. Take it to 90, -90, enter. Scale it, and we'll see if it looks any good. Turn on the wireframe. The place we want, oh wait, nope, that's not where it's gonna go. It's gonna go up here. Oh, no, sure. Turn on the wireframe. Gotta fit in this area. That's the middle. Size is good, I think. Maybe still a little lower. All right. I like it. I dig it. It looks like a factory paint job of the style of the retro Toyota. The Mobile One's still in the back glass. I'm okay with that. Not a big deal. I may come back later and put some tire logos, some tire manufacturers, some Continentals, or yeah, I guess this is running Continentals. Yeah, that's what was there originally. I can always pull that layer in off the template and put some of those logos back, but I don't really feel like it needs it. So that is going to be the factory Toyota paint job that I'm running in the GR86 for now, unless or until I come up with a better idea. Let's get a go ahead and save this file off. File save, make sure we don't lose anything. Wasn't too bad of a paint job to do. I want those side fins to be red. Let's find those. I want to say they're right here. Let's turn that off. Yeah, I want to say that's those. Go back to the red layer. And I'll do a selection, do a path. Try and bang out both of these at once. So All right, selection from path, flip it, bucket fill it. Yeah, that should do that. Should get it. Turn off the wireframe. Oh, my base was still turned off. There you go. I guess when you have no color, it defaults to black. How about that? Okay. I'll run it some. I'll look at it in the sim, see how I like it. We can go, let's go here. There you go. A little bit bigger view of it. I don't know. I dig it. You guys let me know what you think. I'm going to save this off and call it a paint job for now, though. File, save. Right, and then I'll get that uploaded to Trading Paints. I may even make this one that's available for other people to run. Especially after a while, if I go to something else, I may make this one available. I think it's pretty cool. All right. So that's the general process, guys. I mean, it's a pretty simple paint job. We've done things that are a little more complicated. But yeah, I just wanted to bang this one out. It's fun. Appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. All right. That's the general process. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure I go save this off again so I don't lose it. And that's gonna do it for this one. It's about time to go to bed. The time changed back. It feels like it's midnight, even though it's only 9 o'clock. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. You guys have fun, be good, and we'll see you next time.